Hey everybody, welcome to day 3 of the training, the last day of the training for the JCI Advanced CCT Engineering Class. Let's go ahead and get started here. And today we're going to discuss APLT tool, and then we'll do state tables, a state table lab into, and then the test. So let's jump into APLT tool. Now, man, I was super excited about this tool until I started using it, and very disappointed, honestly. So all of this functions in the APLT tool used to be baked into CCT, and they separated a lot of the functions from CCT and put it in APLT tool. The problem is I can't ever get my APLT tool to work, and I'll show you. I mean, maybe Johnson can watch this video and tell me what I'm doing wrong, but let's just see. Let's jump into it here. So the APLT tool allows you to transfer CAF files to different controllers, and you can actually transfer different CAF files to different controllers. It's a wonderful tool. If it ever works, it's great. The screenshot here, this is a little bit older version. I have a newer version. I'll show you what's going on with it. But not only does it allow you to do that, but you can also read and write attributes online, which you could still do in CCT, and I'll show you that. But the APLT tool is much cooler if you can get it to work, because you can export this out to an Excel file and then do all your changes offline, and then import that Excel file and load all those attributes and do all your box sizes, all your min max flows, your set points, change like the whole building with that. One trunk at a time, which I think is awesome. Okay, we used to be able to do this in an Excel sheet working for the branch, but unfortunately that doesn't work anymore, and I can't get this to work. So what you want to do if you ever get this to work on yours, first thing you want to do is go into File and Preferences, and you want to make sure it's using the multicast download method. That's actually super fast, okay? And it's faster than regular CCT. I don't know why, okay? But beware, because you want to go over to this device list columns, and you want to make sure it activates after transfer and enables after transfer, and that's the logic, right? Before that, I loaded a whole building before going in here, and it did not enable the logic after transfer, and I had to go to each and every single one box and reload it and activate the transfer after download. So that was a sad day for me, and ever since then I just hated APLT tool. But here's what it looks like. I'll give you a demo of this. When loading controllers. Now you can, the loading works. I'm telling you, I can do that right now, but I've had issues with it, unfortunately. So you go and you can rename the system name, you can rename the device name, and you can change the BACnet instance number when loading a new CAF file. And you select it and you download it, and it'll change all these attributes for you. And again, I'm going to show you that you can do a lot of the things in CCT still for this. So let's jump in and get started. Let's see here, get rid of that. We're going to go and open up APLT tool. So I did create 2 CAF files here because I have 2 different controllers over here. I have an F4 controller and an FX controller, so I needed 2 different CAF files. So I'm going to open up my APLT tool, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and transfer CAFs to controllers. Now this works on mine. I'm going to do this through my little Edge 10 device over there, okay? Which is, the address is 192.168.110.90. UDP port is standard BACnet 470808, and the network I have these on is network 2. I'm using my external adapter for that. So I'll go ahead and hit next. Just to show you while that's working, preferences. See, I have the multicast on there. The firmware I have required only. You can actually do upgrade only or always or never. I'll just keep it on required. That way, if it needs a firmware update, it will go ahead and do that. And then here is my show column, and make sure it's on default for that. Okay. All right, so we are here. Now we hit discover. And what that's going to do is it's going to go out and discover all the devices I have on the network. Unfortunately, I only have 2 on the network right now. If I had 20, 20 would show up here. If I had more would show up here. Now here's the cool thing about this, okay? Resource file, which one is this? So this is my F4 CVM, so I gotta make sure I choose the right thing here. So I want that 10.6 file there. And then I want the 10.2 file for this one, okay? These are basically the same files. And then I can rename it. That's what I love about this. So we're going to call this one fan powerbox underscore 05. And then we're going to call this one fan powerbox underscore 07. Kind of match the addresses there. And it's going to be a fan powerbox. I'll leave that there. Instance number, I'm going to do like a 2005. And then here I'll do a 2007, okay? We'll scroll over. See, activate after transfer, would definitely want that. And enable logic when activated, definitely want that, okay? So here's my boot codes and my main codes for the controllers themselves. So I'm going to go ahead and select both of these. And I'm going to hit next. I don't know what this does. It goes out and looks at stuff. Okay, and then once this turns blue, it says ready for downloading over here. You're going to go ahead and hit the blue button. And watch how fast this is. This is pretty good. I'm not going to speed this up, so I'll just talk through it. Normally I kind of speed stuff up that goes pretty slow, but I want to show you how fast. Both of these are MSTP devices, okay? And now we're not doing boot or main. We're just doing the application. But still, to download 2 controllers, I would say in under 2 minutes is a pretty good deal. So the first one is done. It's downloading completed, activation pending. I believe that'll go hopefully to activation true. We'll see. I think it might activate after this next one downloads. Just doing the verification. And we'll see. Fingers crossed. That's all we can do. And down here you see attempt 103. So if it fails, it will try to do that 2 more times. And you set that up. There it is, activated. Both of them are done. And you have a log here that you could open up. And it says when it started and when it's finished. So let's see. It started 9:07. It ended 9:08. So 9:08:50. So 23 seconds for this one, 45 seconds for that one. So that multicast does speed stuff up pretty quick. Now, here's where I wish application tool would really work for me. This read and write attributes online. Okay. So you pick read and write attributes online. You hit the next button. It's gonna come in here. If you hear that clicking noise, that's just the actuators over there stroking on my thing. Now, I already created one of these, but I'm going to go show you how to create this. So you do a new view, right? A new custom view. Actually, custom view. view definitions. I'll get rid of this one. And then you hit this plus button. You have to, because over here, there's no, you can't click on this column definitions. Maybe you can just by clicking that. But I always do a new one. So we do a new view, and we'll just call this fan power box. Okay. Hit save. Come over here, and you start pulling all the attributes that you want to see on there. You pick the resource file. Now these are really the same, so it doesn't matter which one I pick. And then we pull what we want to see, the column over here. And I'll show you what it is. Zone temperature, I'd like to see the present value of the zone temperature. Okay, save. I would like to see let's call it the present value of the warm cool adjust, just to see what everybody has those set for. And then we start getting into the stuff that we want to adjust, like the min value of the warm cool adjust. How many times have your customer told you after the fact, oh yeah, we only want the end users to have a 2-degree up down adjustment after you already put the whole system in? So if they tell you that and you have this, you can do this very quickly. So max value, and then let's do down here. I know I passed it already. All right, area. Right, when you're doing the area and stuff, you want to click the default value. Okay, that's what this writes to. Default value. So that's box size, right? Box K factor. Say you just put in the program. You just put in the same program everywhere. And now you're going back through it to do the box area, box size. Was this max flow cooling? Again, default value. That's what you want to write to. And then min flow cooling, default value. Guys, I wish this would work. Be so much better. And then the heating min flow value. That's all I'm going to do right now. Default value. Save. Okay. Save and close. Now, instead of basic, I come over here, fan power box, and look, there's all my attributes up there. Okay. So now I hit the discover, and it should go out and find my 2 devices out there. Now it would find, again, everything on the network. And this part you can do in CCT, okay? So we could go in there now. We should be able to select these, right? And hit next and go in and read the values. But look what mine does. Missing license. What license are you missing? Where do I put the license? See, I hate this. I really, really hate this. And show you, I mean, I have all my licenses. Here's my software manager. Obviously, APLT worked for downloading, so I have my APLT downloading license. I got 10.6 CCT. I got all this stuff. I have all my licensing, but yet APLT won't let me do this, which sucks, but it is what it is. But here's the cool thing. I can export to an Excel. Export. There we go. Close. And then, no. Okay. I could go and open that folder. That's going to be in my documents, APLT export. I can open this up. And look, here's everything online, right? So if I wanted to adjust, here's my warm cool adjust min. I wish it would have came in min. I could have named it something differently. But if I wanted to do like a -2 there and a +2 there, and say my area was 0.38, 8 on that box. K factor was 2. Cooling max flow was 1,000 CFM. See, I could go in and I could fill all this stuff out per box offline, and I would be able to import this back into APLT and load it. If all that worked, I could do that. Even if I had to change the instance numbers, I was like, oh crap, I forgot what instance numbers. I could change all that and load that guy back in, and it would work. But like I said, it doesn't work for me. Maybe it'll work for you. I'm still doing the training on it. I'm going to open up CCT, and then I'll just come down to recent files, this guy, and I'll show you how to do these attributes in CCT. So not using the APLT tool, we can come in here and go to Tools, Trunk Utilities, Read and Write Attributes Online. Okay. Let's see. Yes. Interface is this guy. Next. Now you have to have the CAF file open that has the programs in there, the attributes that you want. Okay. It doesn't work if this is blank. That's why I loaded this CAF file first. So now I click here and I do the same thing. Zone temp. Yeah, I want to see what the zone temp is. A warm cool adjust. Yeah, I want to see what the warm cool adjust is. Scroll over here. But I also want to do the min value, okay? And I want to do the max value of the warm cool adjust, okay? And then what do we want to do? Damper. So on the damper, I can do the polarity. I can do normal or reversed, right? So I can flip the polarity on the damper. And of course, we can do the box size and all that fun stuff. And then once you get done here, you do a discovery, just like an APLT. The only problem is you can't do the Excel file here. Okay, it's already checked for us, so I'm gonna hit Read Attributes and watch. Read successful. Look, it went out. It got the zone temps for us. So imagine doing checkout on a building. You can do your zone temps. You could put everything in heat, pull the zone temps again, and you get the actual zone temps, right? Warm cool adjust, I have a 3 on this one and a 5 on this one, right? And then we have, here's our min value, -5. Remember, we wanted to go down to -2. So I'll change -2 on both of those, and I'll do a 2 on this and a 2 on that. And let me just throw that one into reverse, okay? I'm going to uncheck these boxes. That way it doesn't write to these, because I'll get an error if it writes to them, because those are unwritable points. But these are writable, right? So now, check this out. Write attributes, write successful. Now remember, this was 3 and this is 5, so I'm going to bring this back in. I'm going to read attributes again. Look, now they're both 2. Why? Because 3 and 5 were too high. Now it's 2. Now it's not live, unfortunately. It just reads it in one quick snapshot. I can go over here and change my warm cool adjust on this guy. Change that, and I can change my warm cool adjust on this one. Right? And then I can go and read that value again. Read values, read successful. See, it changed. Well, that one didn't go through yet, but it changed the values there. Read it one more time. There it goes. So every time you click this, it's a snapshot. These are not live values, but they're live values at the time that you click the button. Okay, put this back in normal. And let me just write to that. Attributes. So that is read write attributes online. That's a little bit about the APLT tool. Again, I hope maybe it'll work in the future, or maybe it works on your PC. Maybe there's something wrong with my PC. You got to understand that I run everything on this computer, so things get mixed up all the time. But I've had bad luck with the APLT tool. But again, you can still use this function here. Man, if John's gonna ever fix it, I love the offline ability to make those changes in Excel, import it back in, and push it out to the controller. I think that's wonderful that you can't do right here. So thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Look out for the next class that we're going to do, which I believe is state tables.